Day2. First sip of the day. Yes.
Jason, so many things, so many things.
How fast was that?
What did you forget? Your phone?
Sweating.
Yeah, my phone.
I saw you almost get hit by a car.
Jason, you ran across 4 lanes of traffic, but not across the street. You were running with traffic.
Yeah.
You were running side by side.
Look at that beard glisten.
That's not the first time I had to do that. That's
I've
why.
seen this. I was telling Nate, I was like, I've seen that same exact scene with Will Smith in Bad Boys. But the only thing is you didn't have a gun in your hand.
Yeah, I was gonna say, except he's catching bad guys, and I forgot my phone. Something like that with an intended target, you don't get tired the same way. Like, it wasn't until I got there that I was like,
You were on a mission.
out of breath.
The adrenaline.
About a 45-second all-out sprint. And you cut him off too. This is so fun. We got a group of people from all over the place, mostly Montreal. I'm Dave. I'm one of the owners of Thundrbro, and what we do at Thundrbro is we blend performance and aesthetics. It's kind of a hybrid. No, it's okay. I got these guys. It's kind of a hybrid between bodybuilding and CrossFit. You take a lot of advanced bodybuilding concepts and apply them to functional movements, or things you can do just with a barbell and instead of dumbbells. People get huge, but also to have fun. And the application of this stuff is really cool from a CrossFit perspective. It's great just for fortifying your body, working around injuries, getting away from the typical intensity of as heavy as you can or as fast as you can. It has a lot of benefits. Great for working on your weaknesses. What I like it for the most is being able to wear your work on your body. You walk in the room like, oh, that guy or that girl trains. So I got a fun workout for you guys planned today. It's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be a push-pull workout. We're gonna do some dumbbell pressing. We're gonna do some bent over rows. We're gonna do some pull-ups, and then we're gonna throw in some bicep curls, some tricep extensions, just kind of OG. But it's gonna be a little different than the things you're accustomed to. What we use in Thundrbro is we use some advanced bodybuilding concepts like tempos and isometric holds. So it'll look like this. 2 seconds down, 2 seconds up as you go. Now, some really simple bench pressing technique stuff most people fuck up and don't do right. Keep your feet on the ground. You can think about 5 different points of contact. 2 legs, your butt, your back, and your head. Okay, now, we don't have a large variety of dumbbells here, which is totally fine, because a lot of this stuff we're gonna do today is gonna involve weighted resistance with manual resistance on top of it. So for my bench press people, we're gonna have these 2 benches, and we're also gonna grab 2 boxes for you guys to do the bench press on the boxes too, because we don't have as many benches. And you're gonna start just with 25 reps, 2 seconds down, 2 seconds up.
That's so much better.
Shade, I'm going down.
Boy, man, he's the man.
It's so nice. It's so nice right now.
Never gonna stop sweating if I can.
And it's gone.
That's because that photo of the concert.
You gotta get by the time she leaves. Doesn't even know it. Doesn't even know it. Where are you from? Oh, I see you came all the way from Canada, eh?
Complex of tempos and the fast reps. This is one of the harder ones, I think. I'm excited to see the bent over rows on their last set because you know they're going to get annihilated.
Yeah.
The next one, they also got some really cool stuff coming up the butt dumbbell with some manual resistance on top. Guys can create muscle damage to get muscle growth is by doing something like overload eccentrics. This into what we call a forced rep, where we're actually helping him lift it up. So we do 1, 2, 3, then I grab his wrists, help it up, 1, 2, 3, and then grab it up, right? So this is, again, it's called an overload eccentric. For you guys on the bent over row, you're not gonna do overload eccentrics, but you're gonna do 12 heavy reps with a 3 count down. Guys, make sure you're watching your athletes negative, and you can even count for them. Give them a nice slow 3 count to challenge the way down. You guys on the bent over row, you're doing really good. Make sure you keep your arch, your back arch and your chest up, right? So arch really hard. The contraction. What's really cool about it is you can actually manipulate some of the mechanosensors in your muscle to get an anabolic muscle growing response, and when you pair it with active movement, it's a hell of an ass kicker in terms of pushing muscle growth. So I'm going to show you 2 different isometric complexes we're going to use. One's going to be with the row, one's going to be with the dumbbell. So let's start with the row. Jay's going to show you how this one's going to go. I kind of briefed up the rowers here, but this is a fun one. This is the last set, and usually on the last set of these working sets, we like to cash out or go for broke. This one happens to be a lot of time under tension and a lot of higher rep, lighter weight. We can also do it the other way, where maybe we're building up to heavier weight. Just kind of depends on what the goal is that day. So Jay's gonna do a bent over row, and he's gonna start with 10 bent over rows, right? He gets all the way to 10, and at the 10th rep, he's gonna hold in contraction for 10 seconds. Then he's gonna do 9 bent over rows, and he's gonna hold for 9 seconds. He's gonna do 8 bent over rows, 8 seconds, and so on and so forth. So you guys count your partner's reps. This is gonna get really challenging. The bar is never gonna hit the ground, so it's lightweight. It's anywhere from an empty barbell to maybe 95 pounds. You guys cool with that?
4,
What did you say, Jay?
Well,
Do
I
the
got
bar?
10s on there.
Oh, yeah.
I've never done it with 55. I can't barely finish it with 45.
The pump is real.
Person gave me Ravdo at Wadapalooza. Thanks, pal.
I came to Wadapalooza and all I got was Rapid.
Hypertrophy. Great idea.
Am I sweating less?
I think the shirt is changing color.
It's a hyper. Remember those hyper color shirts?
Holding form, how's he doing?
Oh, it's awesome. He's like a pro. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So I think for most people, when they start out from like a desk job or whatever, they have weight to lose, right? So you got to program for that. They lose all this weight. And then they're like, oh, CrossFit's kind of cool, they start into it. So they start looking like me on Beyond the Whiteboard and saying, how am I comparing to these other athletes? So right now, I'm 24 pounds beneath the top 10 percentile based on Beyond the Whiteboard data, right? So my question is, how do you value hypertrophy mass gain as it pertains to performance in CrossFit? So at what point would you shift from the 90-day like get huge program, or maybe even a different program that's purely to build mass and strength, into like getting into that sort of performance inside of CrossFit?
How big is too big, right? Like how big is so big where I put on so much mass that now my mile time's gone down for 2 minutes? Or how much hypertrophy training do I need versus someone else? Because it's a very contextual question. You know, if you're someone out there that's very well muscled, you might not require as much of this to get results. In fact, we have a lot of athletes in our program that are so well muscled that we don't even need to hammer them with hypertrophy training. They just need to condition so they can show what they got under the hood. And in a lot of cases, carrying around excess mass will affect how well you're able to express it, right? I mean, there's definitely, in terms of versatility, an athletic body type where there's a point where this is too small, this is too big. And likewise, even if it was deciding between cutting and gaining, we'll tell athletes, if you can see your abs, I wouldn't worry about conditioning, right? That's not the issue for most people. Usually people that can see their abs, they want to put on size. They could just do hypertrophy training for 6 months and not lose a step. And you're right, the majority of athletes that come into any gym fit into that weight loss, fat loss program. That's why I think that if it's only hypertrophy, you're only getting part of the picture. You want to try to incorporate both of them and find that middle ground where, yes, I really like the way I look, but I can also move. I can also do pull-ups. I can go on a hike. I'm not hyperventilating if I walk up a set of stairs. This is really rewarding stuff for us. So we just want to spread that message and give you guys great resources to win. Thank you.